So this is my 2006 Z06. You can see it's Victory Red, of course. Just want to go through some of the upgrades and options. I got the car about 3 years ago, gone through a lot of show and go modifications. I think it's pretty much done for now. Famous last words, but let's talk a little bit about what I've done so far. First thing you notice, of course, is the wheels. Pretty popular standard wheel upgrade for these cars. These are Forgestar CF10 forged wheels, 19 by 10 in the front and 19 by 12 in the back, deep concave. Standard size tires, Michelin Pilot Super Sports, of course, 275 front, 325 back. Brakes are pretty much stock. Really nice set of wheels though. I really like how they play against the red. I just had them done in a satin kind of semi-gloss black. Black lugs, black tire valve stems, all that kind of stuff. Next thing you probably notice is the side markers. We know the factory ones are pretty fugly. I think they're orange in the front and red in the back. These are Oracle SMD LED side markers, painted to match the factory red with the little strip of LEDs in the middle. Really like them, I think they're cool. They don't fit perfect. They kind of tuck in on one side and stick out a little bit on the other, but if you're not up close, you really can't tell. They really set the car off though, and the stock ones really stuck out and they're ugly, so really like these. Moving to the front, not a whole lot different, just by looking at it. The one update I did is the fog lights. The factory hid low beams are nice, no reason to really replace them. Give off plenty of light. They work really well. The fog lights are crap from the factory, the halogens. Don't give off a lot of light. I think it's 600 or 700 or 800 lumens. These are high power LEDs. Kind of hard to see, but you can see the bulb in there a little bit. I think they're 4,000 lumens. They're pretty crazy bright, but not blinding. They match the whiteness of the HIDs though, so it looks a lot better. Let's move into the back here a little bit, stick to the exterior. Did some suspension upgrades. You obviously can't see inside of there, but there's Johnny O'Connell sway bars. We'll take a look at that here. Signature yellow, of course. And did some Doug Rippey valved shocks. Really like that as an upgrade too, over stock. Go back in the rear one more time here. Of course, the sport exhaust. Got rid of the NPP dual mode stock. Love the sound of these. Don't have to worry about switching them on or off, hitting a button or anything like that. Fuses, it just sounds good all the time. Very little drone. Inside, sounds great. Little license plate frame there. Notice backup camera. We'll get to that when we talk about the interior upgrades. Also notice the Eagle Eye LED taillights. And upgraded the rears with LED lights for the reverse lights as well. Just a quick walk around here. See the side markers again. Of course, I got tinted windows. That came with the car when I bought it. Came from Texas. I believe it's about 30-35% on the sides. Probably 25 or so in the back. Nothing drastic, but definitely looks better and keeps the car a little cooler inside. One other update on the outside here was the painted to match door handles. I just like that better than the black and have that offset look. I think it looks pretty good. Let's take a look under the hood, check out the performance mods. We all know those are the most important. Starting on the intake side, going back, see a K&N cold air intake. I ordered a beehive shroud from Haltech and modified it so it works with the K&N. Keep the filter and intake air temps nice and low. Moving back a little bit, got the Nick Williams 102 throttle body. Had a full heads cams intake job done in the last year or so. The heads are factory reworked LS7 heads by AHP. Milled them 20 thousandths, bumped the compression ratio a little bit. Upgraded valve train, of course. It's got a custom cam, very similar to a BTR Stage 2. It's 230, 246, 634 on the intake exhaust, and 116 LSA. Only 6 degrees overlap, so it drives really close to stock in terms of idle and putzing around, so it's really nice to drive around. It's got a mammal ported Msd intake. I didn't shave the badges, but I did get rid of the red, just made them black. Modified the fuel rail covers a little bit to fit with it, because I still like the covers. I think I'm kind of rare in that group that I actually like those red covers. I got a Mighty Mouse catch can. I think one of the best ones you can buy. Does a good job of catching oil before it goes into the intake. It's routed through to the passenger side valve cover. It's their wild setup for the C6Z. Redid all the PCV, the hard plastic lines from the factory with fuel hose. Kind of relocated them a little bit. I think it cleans it up nice. Got a DeWitt's radiator. Keeps the coolant temps down. It actually decreases the temp the faster you go. It loves that airflow. Nice upgrade there. On the other side, just did a Billet Tech 240 amp black alternator. Didn't really have any issues with voltage, but I do have a upgraded stereo and speakers and amplifier inside. Keeps the amps right around 14.5 to 15 almost all the time, so pretty solid upgrade. Pretty stealthy, that's about it. Makes good power, makes about 560 wheel horsepower, 490 torque. Like I said, drives real nice though. Has a nice lope to it at idle. So you definitely know you got a cam in it, but it does drive nice. Also on the bottom end, it's hard to see, but have some Cooks coated long tube headers. Got the spark plug lava sleeves, of course, keep those nice and cool. It's got a Cooks X pipe underneath connecting up to the Corsa exhaust. Moving to the inside. First thing I'll show is the hidden amplifier. That came with the car when I bought it, but it was in the back, kind of out in the open in the trunk, and I didn't like that, so I had a guy relocate that when I did the stereo. I like having it hidden behind the seat. Got the Jake's floor mats. Nice Jake padded center console armrest from Apsis. Took a while to get it, but they do really good work. Turned out really nice. The head unit, it's a Kenwood 9903. It's got pretty much everything. Bluetooth, all the connectivity to Apple and Android. Really like it with the integrated maps and that functionality. It's got the reverse camera in the back as well. That helps backing up and such. This is a 2006, so it didn't come with the carbon fiber center console, but that was upgraded by the previous owner. Definitely a lot better than that gray plastic on the early Zs. Everything's LED. Hopefully you can see that show up. Nice white lights under the mirrors, footwell. Pretty much everything in this car has been updated with LEDs, except the dash buttons on the side. Those are still stock, but everything else definitely LED. Way to go. Stock shifter, steering wheel obviously is stock. I'd like to update that sometime, but it works just fine for what it is. Got a radar detector mounted up top on the visor mount. Gotta have that. Seat stock. Everything else fairly stock looking. I don't like a lot of flashy stuff, so wanted to keep it pretty stealth. Come back to the trunk area. Not a whole lot to see here. Z06 cargo shade, can't see that, it's on the top, but that's a little bit of an update. Battery, obviously, nothing changed there. Under this panel on the left side is the subwoofer, so it's nice and hidden. Amplifier used to be back here, attached to the back side. That's obviously been moved to the passenger side seat, so it gives a nice clean look, as if nothing's been done. One last thing to show, driver's side is these nice racing pedals. Gas pedal a little wider and it's flat, smooth. Brake and clutch are kind of a pyramid grid finish, they call it. All really lightweight aluminum. Feet don't slip at all, feels really good.